Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. We're about to dive into a journey of creativity and craftsmanship with our presentation titled, Sewing Tutorials for Women's Clothes, from Beginner to Confident Creator. In this session, I'll be sharing how you can discover the joy of making your own wardrobe through simple, easy-to-follow sewing tutorials. We'll cover everything from the basics for those just starting out, to tips that will help you refine your skills and craft beautiful, custom-fitted garments. So, let's get started and explore how sewing can become a fulfilling and fun part of your life. When you start sewing your own clothes, you're not just making garments, you're building valuable skills that can boost your creativity and confidence with every stitch. It's a rewarding process that empowers you through craft. By choosing to sew your own pieces, you're also making a positive impact on the environment. You help combat fast fashion waste by creating high-quality garments that are made to last, reducing the cycle of disposable fashion and lowering environmental harm. Sustainable fashion is about making smarter choices, and sewing your own clothes is a fantastic way to do that. It allows you to create custom pieces that fit perfectly and reflect your personal style, all while spending a fraction of what you'd pay at retail stores. So why sew your own clothes? It's a meaningful way to save money, express yourself uniquely, and contribute to a more sustainable fashion industry. This is just the beginning of how mastering this craft can transform your wardrobe and your worldview. When you choose to sew your own clothes, you're not just creating garments, you're building valuable skills that can serve you for a lifetime. It's also a wonderful way to express your unique style and personality through your fashion choices. Plus, there's a real sense of deep satisfaction that comes from wearing something you made yourself. This approach also aligns with our goal of creative empowerment. You have the ability to pick fabrics that truly resonate with you, and you can design pieces that reflect your individual taste. And by doing so, you're reducing waste and minimizing environmental impact, especially when you choose durable fabrics that will last for years rather than just a single season. Sustainable fashion is all about making smarter, more conscious choices, and sewing your own clothes is a fantastic way to do that. It allows you to create one-of-a-kind pieces that fit your body perfectly and suit your style, all while spending less than what you'd pay at retail stores for high-quality garments. So when you ask, why sew your own clothes? It's really about combining creativity, sustainability, and savings, empowering you to have more control over what you wear and how it impacts the world around you. Let's explore why sewing your own clothes is such a powerful choice. First, it builds your confidence and unleashes your creativity, allowing you to transform fabric into beautiful, wearable art that is uniquely yours. It's not just about making clothes. It's about expressing yourself and developing a skill you can be proud of. Next, there's a strong environmental benefit. By making your own garments, you reduce waste and lower your environmental footprint. Say goodbye to fast fashion, which often encourages overconsumption and has a negative impact on our planet. Instead, focus on mindful creation, crafting clothes that are made to last and truly reflect your style. And of course, there's the practical side. Creating a custom wardrobe that fits your body perfectly and showcases your personal style can be surprisingly affordable. You get high-quality, unique pieces without the high-end retail prices. So, in essence, sewing your own clothes is about empowerment, sustainability, and personalization, all while saving money. It's a really rewarding way to take control of your wardrobe and express your individuality. Build confidence and unlock your creative potential by mastering a valuable, rewarding skill. When you learn to sew your own clothes, you're not just creating garments, you're developing a skill that can boost your self-esteem and inspire your creativity. It's a journey of personal growth that's both fun and fulfilling. Empowerment through creativity is at the heart of this. By taking control of your wardrobe, you can express your unique style and build a deeper connection with what you wear. It's about more than just clothing. It's about ownership and self-expression. Now, let's talk about sustainability. Fast fashion contributes significantly to waste and environmental harm. By choosing to create your own durable, quality garments, you're actively fighting against this cycle. Handmade pieces tend to last longer, reducing the need for frequent replacements and ultimately lowering waste and environmental impact. And the best part? Handmade garments often cost a fraction of designer pieces. Plus, they offer perfect customization, fit, style, and fabric, all tailored specifically to you. This means you get a wardrobe that truly matches your unique style and body shape at a fraction of the cost. So why sew your own clothes? Because it's empowering, sustainable, cost-effective, and a fantastic way to express yourself. It's a valuable skill that can transform how you see fashion and your role in making it more sustainable. Building confidence and skills is at the heart of this journey, and through making your own garments, you'll not only develop those skills, but also express your personal style in a way that truly feels authentic. When you sew your own clothes, you create pieces you love wearing, and that process can be incredibly empowering. It's about more than just the finished item. It's about the confidence you gain along the way. Now, let's talk about creative empowerment. When you make your own wardrobe, you're taking control. You can choose fabrics, designs, and details that reflect your personality, and you're reducing waste at the same time. This is a direct way to combat the fast fashion industry's environmental impact by creating durable, long-lasting clothes that fit your needs perfectly. Sustainable fashion is a huge part of this puzzle. Instead of constantly buying new, often cheaply made items, you build a wardrobe that truly matches your style and body shape. It's about customizing each piece to fit perfectly and choosing quality fabrics that last. Plus, sewing your own clothes is often more affordable than buying designer pieces, so you save money while creating a wardrobe that's uniquely yours. So why sew your own clothes? Because it's a powerful way to express yourself, protect the environment, and save money, all while building a wardrobe that fits you just right. This chapter is all about showing you how to start that journey. When you learn to sew your own clothes, you gain confidence and independence, empowering you to create something truly meaningful. It's not just about making garments, it's about expressing your unique style while building something beautiful with your own hands. This process allows you to have more control over your wardrobe and your personal expression. By sewing your own clothes, you also take an active role in reducing waste and fighting the environmental impact of fast fashion. Instead of buying cheaply made garments that quickly fall apart, you can make pieces that last longer and fit you perfectly. Every item you sew is a step toward more conscious consumption, making choices that are better for the planet. This approach leads to a sustainable wardrobe, one that matches your style and body shape precisely, all while saving money compared to retail prices. No more settling for clothes that are almost right from the store. Instead, you can create exactly what you want, tailored to you. So why sew your own clothes? Because it's a powerful way to gain confidence, express yourself, be environmentally responsible, and save money, all at the same time. When you choose to sew your own clothes, you're not just creating something unique and personal, but you're also developing valuable skills that can boost your confidence and creativity. It's a wonderful way to express your personal style while crafting garments that truly reflect who you are. Plus, making your own clothing allows you to be more creative and experimental with designs, fabrics, and details, really showcasing your individual flair. Another important point is the environmental impact. By sewing your own clothes, you can significantly reduce waste and help combat the fast fashion industry's negative effects. When you make quality pieces meant to last, you're contributing to a more sustainable fashion future. And let's not forget about the financial benefits. Creating your own garments often costs less than buying retail, especially when you consider the perfect fit and customization options. You can tailor each piece to your body's shape and style preferences, all while saving money. So, sewing your own clothes isn't just a skill. It's a way to empower yourself creatively, make more sustainable choices, and enjoy a more personalized wardrobe. Let's talk about developing valuable skills that really boost your confidence and self-reliance. When you learn to sew and create your own wardrobe, you're not just making clothes, you're building a sense of independence and pride in your abilities. Plus, You get to express your unique style, crafting pieces that truly reflect who you are. And as you master this craft, you're connecting with a long tradition of makers who have been creating for generations. It's about more than just fashion. It's about empowerment and staying true to yourself. Learning to sew is more than just a skill. It's a fantastic way to develop problem-solving abilities, patience, and creativity. When you create something yourself, the pride you feel when you wear it is truly unmatched. That confidence often spills over into other areas of life, helping you believe in your own abilities. Now let's talk about empowerment through making. The fashion industry is actually the second largest polluter in the world. By sewing your own clothes, you're making a conscious choice to reduce waste, avoid supporting unethical labor practices, and build a wardrobe that's more mindful and sustainable. And on top of that, creating your own garments can save you a lot of money compared to buying designer pieces. Plus, it's incredibly versatile. You have the power to customize every detail, from the fabric to the fit, ensuring your clothes match your vision and suit your body perfectly. So why sew your own clothes? Because it's empowering, sustainable, and cost-effective. It allows you to express your unique style while making a positive impact on the environment. Let's talk about the essential tools and materials you'll need to kick off your sewing journey. Starting with fabrics, it's best for beginners to begin with cotton quilting fabric. It's affordable, easy to handle, and doesn't slip around as much, making it perfect for learning. Once you're comfortable, you might explore linen, which offers a lovely drape, great for summer pieces, and jersey knit, which is ideal for comfy t-shirts. Now onto the notions. Quality thread in neutral colors is a must because it blends well with most fabrics. Hand sewing needles, a seam ripper for those little mistakes, elastic in different widths, buttons, and invisible zippers are all tools that help create clean, professional finishes. When it comes to measuring and marking, a flexible measuring tape and a clear ruler are your best friends. Use tailor's chalk or fabric markers for marking your fabric, and pins with glass heads. These won't melt if you accidentally press them with an iron. For cutting, you'll want fabric shears, ideally 8 inches long, and paper scissors for your pattern pieces. Small snips are great for trimming threads, and a rotary cutter with a cutting mat helps you make precise cuts when needed. Finally, your sewing machine should be reliable and versatile, with features like straight stitch and zigzag. Look for one that's easy to thread and comes with basic presser feet, especially as a beginner. All these tools form the foundation of your sewing kit. Getting these right will set you up for success now and for years to come. Let's talk about different options for sewing patterns. Starting with pros and cons, some pattern types have durable tissue paper that's ready to use and easier to store, which is really convenient. However, you need to buy them in advance. They usually come in just one size per envelope, and they tend to be more expensive initially. Now, moving on to paper patterns, which are a traditional choice. The big advantage here is that you can download them instantly, print only the sizes you need, and they're generally more affordable. The downside is that they require some assembly with tape. You'll need a home printer, and the paper itself can be quite fragile. For instant access, PDF patterns are great. They come with incredibly clear instructions and beginner-friendly tutorials. They include seam allowances and detailed step-by-step photos, which really helps build confidence as you sew. Next, let's look at Helen's Closet patterns. They use various symbols to help you understand the pattern pieces. For example, cut lines indicate different sizes on one pattern, dots mark dart points or gathering areas, notches help with matching points for proper alignment, and grain line arrows show you the fabric's direction. Understanding these symbols is key because a sewing pattern is essentially your roadmap. It's a template with all the pieces needed to construct a garment, along with detailed instructions. The markings for darts, notches, grain lines, and seam allowances guide you through the entire process, making sewing much easier and more successful. In summary, knowing the different pattern options and understanding pattern symbols are fundamental parts of your sewing journey. They help you make informed choices and sew with confidence. The key to sewing success really lies in starting with projects that teach fundamental techniques without overwhelming you with complexity. It's all about building a solid foundation, and these 3 projects are designed to do just that. They gradually develop your skills while also resulting in wearable, practical garments that you'll actually love to wear. When you begin simply, you give yourself the best chance to learn and grow confidently. This chapter is all about starting simple, taking manageable steps that lead to real progress. Remember, the goal is to enjoy the process and enjoy creating pieces you can be proud of. Let's talk about the key steps to finishing your summer top project. First, applying bias tape or folding and stitching the edges really helps give your garment a professional touch. These small details ensure your top looks polished and feels comfortable when you wear it. Next, finishing the neckline and sleeves involves folding the hem twice to enclose raw edges, pressing well, and then top stitching. This final step transforms your handmade piece into a polished, ready-to-wear garment. Moving on, creating clean hems is all about sewing the shoulder and side seams with an inch seam allowance. Remember, practicing straight and even stitches is fundamental. This skill appears in nearly every sewing project and helps your work look neat. Before sewing, always wash and press your fabric to pre-shrink it, fold selvage to selvage, and follow the grain line arrows when pinning your pattern pieces. Cutting carefully with fabric shears ensures precision. By following these steps from preparing your fabric to finishing your edges, you'll develop strong sewing habits that lead to beautiful, wearable garments. Let's talk about creating perfect gathers. Start by using 2 rows of basting stitches set at the longest length. Then, gently pull the bobbin threads evenly to gather the fabric to match your waist measurement plus an extra 2 inches to accommodate the elastic casing. This technique ensures smooth, even gathers that sit nicely at the waist. Now, when it comes to sizing and fabric width, keep in mind the different waist measurements. For a small size with a 28 to 32-inch waist, you'll want a fabric width of about 54 inches in length. For medium sizes, 33 to 37 inches, around 63 inches wide. And for large, 38 to 42 inches, about 72 inches wide. Remember, you can always adjust these measurements for the fullness you desire. Let's move on to pocket placement. Inseam pockets are a great way to add functionality without adding bulk. Position them about 7 inches down from the waist along the side seams. This is the sweet spot for holding your phone, keys, or just keeping your hands warm. When adding seam allowances, keep in mind inch on the sides, 1.5 inches at the waist, and 2 inches for the hem. To determine the skirt length, measure from your waist down to where you'd like the hem to fall. And to figure out the fabric width needed for gathers, multiply your hip measurement by 1.5. Pattern drafting basics are essential here. Elastic waist skirts are forgiving and comfortable, making them perfect for beginners. They introduce key skills like gathering fabric, constructing pockets, and working with elastic, all while helping you create a flattering silhouette. Finally, why is this project a great choice? Because it combines practical skills with a stylish result. It's a versatile project that teaches you foundational techniques and leaves you with a beautiful, wearable skirt. Now, let's talk about pinning the sleeves. First, place the sleeves at the notches and shoulder marks, then ease the fabric between those points. Sew with the sleeve on top so you can easily control any excess fabric and ensure a smooth, professional finish. Moving on to sleeve setting tips, always cut your ribbing strips on the crossgrain. This gives you maximum stretch and flexibility. When sewing the ribbing to the neckline, gently stretch it slightly as you sew, then release it to create a nice, lay-flat finish that looks polished. For clean neckline finishes, remember not to pull or push on the fabric. Let the feed dogs do their job. If you have a walking foot, use it, and consider lowering the presser foot pressure a bit to help the fabric feed smoothly through. Handling stretch fabric without puckers can be tricky, but the key is to use narrow zigzag stitches or a stretch stitch, so the seams can move with the fabric. Straight stitches tend to pop or break when you pull the shirt on, so always opt for stitches that accommodate movement. When sewing with stretch, use the right needle. Ballpoint or stretch needles with rounded tips are best because they glide between the fibers without snagging or creating runs. Regular needles are more likely to cause damage in knits. Speaking of fabric choice, cotton jersey with about 25 to 30% stretch works really well. Always test your fabric's stretch by pulling gently. It should return to its original shape without staying stretched out or fraying. Finally, choosing the right knit fabric opens up a whole world of comfortable, everyday garments. This project is all about building your confidence in handling stretch fabrics. Remember, with practice, sewing stretchy fabrics becomes second nature, and you'll be creating garments that look great and wear beautifully. Are you ready to take on more structured garments? In this section, we're going to explore intermediate projects that really elevate your sewing skills. These techniques are designed to transform your work from simple, casual pieces into more polished, couture-style garments. It's about learning the skills that help you achieve professional-looking results, whether you're making a fitted dress, a tailored jacket, or a complex blouse. We'll focus on key concepts like precise fitting, advanced seam techniques, and finishing touches that make a huge difference in the final look. These skills are essential if you're aiming to produce garments that look like they came from a boutique or a designer studio. Remember, as we progress through this chapter, you're building on the foundation you've already established, but now with a focus on craftsmanship and detail. This is where your sewing truly starts to look polished and refined. So, let's level up and get ready to craft tailored pieces that showcase your growing expertise. Let's talk about a pro tip that can really make a difference when you're starting out. Choose a solid color cotton shirting for your first blouse. While prints can be forgiving and hide small mistakes, working with solids helps you learn precision, which elevates all your future projects. It's about building a solid foundation. When constructing the collar, start by interface collar pieces to add stability. Stitch with care and precision, then trim and clip curves to ensure smooth edges. Turn the collar right side out, press it flat, and attach it to the neckline, making sure those edges are perfectly aligned. This step sets the tone for a professional-looking blouse. Next, creating stable button bands with interfacing is key. It helps the bands stay crisp and holds up over time. Pay close attention to even buttonhole spacing, as this greatly affects the overall look. Use neat top stitching and reinforce the button attachment for durability. You want your blouse to last through many wears. Moving to the princess seams, these curved seams shape the bodice for a tailored, flattering fit. Learning to sew these curves properly, clipping notches precisely, and pressing seams open will give your blouse that polished, professional look. It's all about mastering those details. Remember, button-up blouses combine multiple advanced techniques: collar construction, button plackets, princess seams, in one garment. That makes them the perfect intermediate project. Master these skills, and you'll be well on your way to tackling almost any woven garment pattern with confidence. So, why is sewing a button-up blouse worth the challenge? Because it's a comprehensive project that enhances your skills across different techniques, ultimately making your sewing more precise and your finished garments more polished.